Good day, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
Slabwrangle, look at me. Look at me, wave. Wow, you've got to reach, son. You've got to reach. Well, yeah, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zaffa Geek Minecraft recording of DieBosvark and
Slabwrangle.
Slabwrangle. Right now, I'm on a mission to find clay. Which I know where we were in our last live streaming on Twitch. We went on a mission for clay, so I know where we're going. I'm going. What were we talking about? World of Warcraft. We're talking about the podcast. We're talking about that other friend's view on that and your view on that. Oh man, you said something where I'm like, yeah, let's talk about that, and then I forgot.
You know, I really don't know.
Can't remember. Oh well. So life and
Yes.
and stuffs.
Here's an interesting little factoid.
Mm-hmm.
I
You're a father?
work with the electricity. No, I'm not.
Okay.
My profession is an electrical engineer, so I do like electricity stuff.
Wait, is this gonna be a ESCOM thing again?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to get into the Telcom. Well, not Telcom. Telcom have not given me any issues. ESCOM? No.
Yeah, okay,
We're
continue.
not going to go. I've been looking at the ways in which we generate power and obtain power and stuff, and here's a little interesting thing. Did you know that thus far we have only discovered two means to harness energy, and one means to store it?
Renewable energy?
No, like any power of any sort is either generated through solar power, which is solar panels, right? But that's to a very lesser extent.
Yeah.
However, the second one, every single power harnessing system that we've got on this planet relies on the principle of angular momentum, rotational power that is transferred into some form of magnetic coil.
Yeah.
Every single power plant, every single power station, every single engine that generates electricity uses this principle. It will use some form of pressure to turn a turbine, which then spins a magnet, and that creates EMF, or electromotive force.
So that's
Let's take a look. Yeah, so let's take a look at coal power. Coal burns a pot of water, the water turns to steam, the steam rises, the steam spins a turbine, the turbine spins and creates power. Let us look at oil power. The oil is superheated into a high pressure gas, which then spins a turbine and generates power. Wind power. Large fans
okay.
and generate power. Nuclear power. You've got the enriched uranium rods that go into the reactor that then superheats water, which then turns into superheated steam that then turns, guess what? A turbine. That's just everything. Even theoretical power, like wave power. Well, it's not theoretical, it does work, but we don't really have any practical applications. There's these the principle is these pedals that are ratcheted, and as the wave moves over it, it pushes the pedal down, which then spins a turbine, and then when the water comes back, the pedal flows backwards, and then it keeps using the ratchet motion to spin a turbine. Yeah, and that is the only ways we've ever figured out how to harness power, is through spinning a turbine.
Is it still turbines? Everything is turbine. Everything is still a turbine.
Everything is turbine.
Even solar power?
Solar power works differently. Solar power uses the panels.
You can sleep.
To generate the power. Oh, you're already in bed.
Mm.
I was wondering if I thought you were out in the woods. That's why I was climbing on top of the roof. Problem.
Okay, switching over to sword.
Ooh, you have got a fire bow. So yeah, that's that. Then obviously we've got only the one means of storing the power.
Mm-hmm.
That's through chemical reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Batteries.
Batteries.
Capacitors. Essentially. Similar. Not the same. Similar. They do similar things. They don't quite work the same.
I heard that thanks to the South African power crisis at the moment, Tesla's actually gonna do like a rollout of the Tesla walls.
Yes.
How does that work? Have you read up on that?
It's a giant battery
that you plonk down next to your house.
It is a very large, thin battery.
Okay.
With multiple connections on the side. It can be like mounted on the side of your wall.
Yeah.
And it doesn't occupy a lot of wide space. It's just a very long, thin object that has got a substantial amount of power storing capability.
And then you hook that up to solar panels.
Yeah, look, it's got the whole inverter power supply thing going there. So you can hook it into the mains. It uses solar power and the mains. It'll charge the batteries. When the power cuts, it will take over. It will use the stored energy and turn it back into AC, which then is usable by your house.
Okay.
So it's a very cool thing. It's a very cool thing. But at its core, it's a battery. It's massive, all-sized battery that is very thin. I haven't actually seen pictures. I've just heard some people talk about it. But thin as in, like not even the length of a ruler thin.
Not even 30 centimeters?
It might be a little bit more. Look, like I say, I haven't seen it. I've only heard of it. It's been spoken about, and some discussions. But that's its whole thing. Is it's you could mount it on the wall in your living room.
Whoa. Okay, cool.
Very cool.
That's actually
very
cool technology. Yeah. If it becomes viable enough in the South African market, that would be another thing.
Viable, yes.
Affordable. Let's say affordable.
Yeah.
I mean,
early adopters will obviously go for it, but before it is accessible to everyone, I think we're looking at a couple of years.
Because it's going to be expensive.
Yeah. Early estimates put it at... I don't want to lie, because I can't remember exactly, but it was like $1,000 plus, somewhere there.
For a wall, for a battery, and that's not even the... what you call it? The solar panel.
Yeah. Well, you see, the solar panel isn't technically part of the system. I think it's an optional extra, but you do not have to use their solar panels either. It'll couple to any solar panel. So
okay.
Also, it can be hooked into the mains.
But $1,000 for one battery, and how long can a battery sustain power for? I mean, we're talking about power cuts in South Africa for about 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they are looking at being able to handle that and then some.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, the big question is, does this thing have copper inside it? Otherwise, if it does have copper inside it, it won't work in South Africa, hey? Those damn copper thieves.
Okay. That part I'm not so sure about. I don't think they're going to go with a lead acid, because lead acid is big, bulky. Also, I don't think they'll be going with lipol or Lion. Okay, these weird acronyms. Lithium polymer or lithium ion. These are basically the batteries that are in your cell phone. Now, lithium is a funny metal that has a tendency of reacting super violently when it comes into contact with air.
Oh.
So battery casing, if ever it's punctured, this thing goes off like a flamethrower.
Really?
Yeah, there's a few interesting videos on YouTube where they puncture some cell phone batteries, and it's actually scary how volatile those things are. They set off like a freaking jet.
Wow.
You know. And to have a whole wall made out of lithium polymer.
Especially in South Africa.
These things can get punctured,
Yeah. Especially with South Africa and guns and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, stray anything shooting into that thing, it's gonna break the seal. The lithium's gonna come into contact with the air, and then you've got
one burnt house.
A rocket on the side of your house.
Yes.
Done. And look, of course, they could overcome this by putting like serious reinforcement, but I don't know what they're doing there. It's all very secretive still. But a cool design nonetheless. Very, very innovative.
Yeah, very efficient and all that.
And obviously, it'll be the whole deep cycle thing.
Okay.
For those that don't know, deep cycle batteries are the type of batteries that are used to sustain power for extended periods of time. Your car battery is not a deep cycle battery. It is a short charge, short use type of battery. A deep cycle battery is a battery that can...
A PSU, a UPS, a unlimited power... quote-unquote unlimited power supply system. Backup power supply.
Yes, uninterruptible power supply.
Uninterruptible, yeah. Sorry, uninterruptible. Blame the sinuses and the illness for that.
I think those are deep cycle batteries. Deep cycle batteries are the backup batteries used for radio installations on ships. They, they take a high current charge, charge up quickly, and then can sustain like all the radio equipment for given amount of time, depending on the regulations that you follow. Don't want to get into that right now. Just basically, it's either 2 hours or 8 hours, depending on how your backup systems are used. But yeah, the radio installation on a ship it's a high current draw thing. You've got these high powered radios, long range radios. You've got a whole bunch of other things that all have to run off of these emergency batteries. So that's what deep cycle batteries are. They take a heavy current charge, and they can last sustainable amounts of time.
There's cooked stone right on the top. There's normal stone on the top chest above the cobblestone collector thing.
Cool.
Okay. Wow, okay, that's kind of cool. That is really kind of cool. Interesting. I learn something new every day.
But because it's going to be cool.
I'm thinking of, like, if I do happen to return to South Africa, I'll probably switch over to that. Probably have a couple of... Because, I mean, here's the thing. In the past, when I used to think of solar power, I'm like, the sun needs to shine.
Yeah.
But apparently it doesn't. Like, it can be cloudy. It can be slightly overcast or something.
Yeah, the way solar power works is it uses photons to energize a cell. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact workings of photoelectric cells, but essentially they use photons to charge the cells, which then generates electricity. So if there's light, there's photons.
Okay, now here's my question, right?
I mean,
you get a solar panel, right?
Yes.
You plonk one down on the top of your house. You plonk one down inside of your house in a different room. And you charge up enough so that there's light in that room the whole time.
Yeah.
Then you have unlimited power.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
You are
I feel like an
talking
idiot.
about. No, that's not a bad question, or not a purely flawed statement. What you're talking about is over unity. Now, over unity is a system whereby you can generate enough power for something to be self-sustaining.
Mm.
Right? But you do not have a perfect transfer. Ever.
Really?
If there's heat, if there's sound, if there's light, you have got energy not being 100% transferred from
5
one
seconds.
source.
Okay, repeat your last statement.
If you have got something that is generating sound or heat or light,
Mm.
you do not have a perfect transfer. And the only way you're ever going to get over unity is a perfect transfer. Now, in simplest terms, if you have a solar power panel, right, there is going to be some losses in the cable. There is going to be some losses in the transfer from one source of energy to another. There's going to be losses all along the line, which means that essentially you're losing.
Mm.
So no.
Okay. And on that note, while we wake up on this new day, we're going to call it a day for this recording.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you more on the
Next
the
episode.
next episode.
Yes. Because we're going to basically record it in about 10 minutes. Until
Yeah,
next time.
so
Hope you
see
guys
you in a
enjoyed the
bit.
video. See you guys until next time. See you guys.
Okay, bye.